Welcome to another screencast of Canvas tutorial. If you've been following, I have 3 other tutorials on how to use Canvas and in its many forms. Again, I just wanted to state that Canvas is a large machine, and for music teachers, we can use all of it or in parts. My first tutorial screencast was about probably the smallest portion of Canvas and how to upload files for your students to then export from their Canvas into some type of PDF reader, like a PDF cabinet, which is in their self-service, or PiaScore is another PDF reader. My other 2 screencasts were about how to add announcements, and then the third one was about assignments and discussions. And all 3 of those, announcements, assignments, and discussions, have the same type of framework where you have your word processing basics like bold, underline, italics. Those are and indent, whatever you might want to do. And then you have your rich media where you might want to embed YouTube videos or some of those videos from Khan Academy, and then record or upload your own videos or audio to your assignments, discussions, etc. If you want to get really fancy with Canvas, you can create your modules. And we're going to talk about modules today and what those are, what those look like in Canvas, and how your students interact with those. So if you would, you can go to any class. I'm going to go to my 8th grade choir class. I like to go through courses, as you know. That list, I like how that list pops up when you go to 8th grade choir. I did talk to my students today, and they said they were confused as to why they had so many notifications. I told them that they are my test class for all of these assignments, and so on and so forth. So right now you can see that I have my test assignment. If you watched the screencast on assignments and discussions, I left this one up here. If you did not watch that, I encourage you to go watch that, how to create an assignment. The basic is this plus assignment button, which takes you to the assignment page, and you can add how many points you want, when it shows, who you show it to, due dates, and all of that. A lot of it is the same as your announcements and your discussions. So I'm going to go down here to modules. Again, modules are is grayed out because I don't have that published, and I don't let students use that feature. For my 8th grade choir, we simply use this feature. We use the files feature. I have not turned off my email, so if those ding in, I apologize. So we're going to go ahead and click on modules. If you've never made a module, you should see this screen where it says create a new module or add existing content. We're going to create a new module. And so what modules are, they're like your units in class. So let's say I have a bunch of assignments where I want kids to either watch some YouTube videos, or I want them to give me audio or video responses with them maybe clapping rhythms or singing, or anything really. I can group these into modules. So these are like our units. So we're going to create a new module. And once I click on this, it comes up, and first is the module name. So let's say I have a rhythm unit that I want my general music class to work on. So I'm going to put rhythm unit. And I can lock this unit until a certain day. So if I don't want students to be able to work on it yet, maybe I have some really eager students doing one module and they want to move on to the next, this will not show up and it won't let them do anything until the day that I choose. But I'm going to go ahead and unclick that. We're going to hit add module. And so what a module is right now, it's just blank. There's nothing here. Because the module is, if you want to think of it as, it's the house where we're going to put everything else in the module. Module is really for organizing. And I can add a new module up here. Just for fun, I'm going to add a second one just so you see what that looks like. Let's say after rhythms, we talk about pitches. Yeah, pitches / melody. How about that? Now what's really cool about this is now that I have 2 modules, I can add a prerequisite. For music appreciation courses, I let all my students work at their own pace. So they have about 30 chapters in their online book, and they can work at their own pace. So my prerequisite, they have to finish the module before the next one opens. So they can't just pick and choose things, assignments, discussions out of whatever module they want. So if I wanted to, I could select my module and it pulls up any other module that I have. Right now I have a rhythm unit. So by clicking rhythm unit, what I'm saying is that before students can access pitches and melody, all of those assignments, they have to finish the assignments in the rhythm unit module. So again, prerequisites are simply saying that a student can't go on to the next module until the other one is done. I don't have to do that. I could simply unpublish my other modules and then publish them when I'm ready for students to work on them. And as a reminder, publish means that the students can see it. If it's unpublished, it won't even show up on their Canvas. I'm going to leave that prerequisite up there, and I'm going to go ahead and add this module because I want you to see how it looks. Okay, so right now, if I close this out, I have two modules. Rhythm unit shows this little circle with the slash says it's unpublished. I can simply check mark it, and it is published, so students can now see it. They'll probably get a notification, and then I can click on it again, and it will unpublish. And under pitches and melody, my second unit, it says, and the students will be able to see prerequisites rhythm unit, and it will not allow them to click on, and I think they'll click on the assignments under pitches melody, but they won't be able to complete it. So under rhythm unit, we're just going to add that test assignment. And so right here, our three dots, we have our plus where we can add assignments, discussions, quizzes even. I have not created a quiz. I have not done that screencast yet. But once I do that screencast on quizzes and anything else, you can always pull those back into the modules. These three dots right here, this is like that miscellaneous category. I can always go in and edit the title for rhythm unit. I can move contents to and from different modules. I can move this module if I wish. If I wanted to, I can move the module. Let me try this. And I can place it wherever. I can place it right now. It's at the top. I can place it before pitches melody, which it already is. I can place it after pitches and melody, or I can move it to the bottom if I had more than just two. And since I only have two, it seems a little silly to move them. I can also delete it if I no longer need it. In my other screencasts, you saw this share to Commons. So Commons is over here on the left side, and I'm not going to go to that right now, but the Commons is the Canvas network for every other district and every other school that uses this. You can always add content to the Commons. You can go and borrow from the Commons. I'll have a screencast how to use that. It's worth taking a note to look through here and just kind of explore. There's a lot of cool music assignments, discussions, quizzes that people have already done. If you're looking for a place to start and you don't want to start from scratch, there's tons of good material in there that you can also edit and to your desire. So we're going to click this plus here on rhythm unit. So right now it says add item to rhythm unit. The items that you can add are in this first pull down. And you can add assignments, quizzes, any files, content page, discussion, text header. Maybe you want to add a URL link or another external tool. Maybe I want my kids to visit some other website, and instead of me just saying go to this website, I can add the link right there. I can add a link, they can click on it, go to that web page, and then maybe the next thing is an assignment. I'm going to click on assignment because I have it. And so under assignments, it says I have test assignments. That's the only thing that I have right now in 8th grade choir to use, and I'll show you what it looks like if I have other assignments. If I go to quiz, I'm going to go back up here and go to quiz. All it says is new quiz because I have not created a quiz for it to pull and add. But if I go back to assignment, and I click on test assignment, right now it says don't indent. Let's just see what it does if I indent it one level. So it should move the test assignment over. That way it's easier for students to see. And I'm going to click add item. So there, it added my test assignment. It opens on February 1st, which is today, the day that I'm doing this screencast. And I said it was worth 100 points. So if a student were to go in, they would see this rhythm unit, they would click test assignment, and it would take them, apologize, another email, and they would see this assignment and be able to answer that. And so for my last screencast, you can see this worth 100 points, and I am letting them submit it with text, being able to do text, using a website, and then uploading a media or a file upload. That's a lot of stuff. And if you watch my screencast on assignments, you can make that however you wish. I'm getting a lot of emails right now. I should have turned that off. So if you ever need to, you can go back to modules. Let's say that my test assignment really is better suited for my pitches melody. I can click on it. Here we go. I can click on it, hold it, and drag it, and I should be able to move it. Why can't I move it? I believe I can't move it because it's tied to the rhythm unit. So I will go back and try to figure out why this is not being moved. There we go. I just didn't have it all the way down. So you are able to move it. I had to move it just a little farther down. There you go, to where it opens. If you notice, it will move for me, and then I can move it there. And now the test assignment is in Pitches and Melody module. And again, I can have multiple assignments, discussions in my module, but first I have to actually create them. I hope this was helpful. As I will say before I end, the modules doesn't show up, but as soon as I publish these modules, then this module name the next time I come in will be bold, because now the kids can see it. I'm going to go ahead and unpublish these again so my kids don't freak out. Okay. I hope this helped. You can, again, these modules are your units. If you wanted to have a whole unit and put assignments, some discussions, any links to other websites, and you want your kids to do these from home, this is a great way to try it out. Other than that, modules are really just organizing everything else that you have going on. You don't have to put things in modules. You can simply have your kids go to assignments and complete it that way, but it might be nice to organize them in a unit or some type of category where kids can do that, all same assignments or discussions in the same category. So I hope that helped. I will be putting another screencast out shortly for quizzes. Thanks for stopping by.